and it's probably going to make the roads a little messy, and maybe you've got some accumulation on the grass. That should be just about it. But we've got 35 in Sussex, 41 in White Plains, 34 in Poughkeepsie, and that's where that snow is confined, mainly north and west of, say, 287 and I-84. We're at 40 degrees and rain in the city, so not a fun morning. All of this batch should be out of here by 8 this morning, clearing the area by 8, 9 this morning, and then we're left with clouds. But then by this afternoon, the front comes through. This is where we could see another round of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, and then some gusty winds, but rapidly clearing heading into tonight. All right, so that's good news for later on. Adele, what are you watching right now?
We've got a few.
Checking your phone right now. We have some weather going on. No alerts, though, so that's a good thing. Kind of tells you the intensity or the level of what we're dealing with this morning. We're just at the messy level. We have chilly rainfall and, of course, the blue corresponding to some snow. So we're seeing that in and around Orange County, Sullivan and Ulster County, pushing into Putnam, and northern Westchester County, also Dutchess County. It's really close to or above freezing in most of these spots, so from Monroe up to Poughkeepsie. It's likely messy on the roads and maybe sticking to the grass, and that'll be just about it. And again, a chilly rain from Long Island, and we have it from Connecticut down in through central and South Jersey, and of course making the roadways wet. This is a look at Staten Island. So that's what we have for the next few hours, literally the next few. 40 degrees now at Central Park. Most of this should be out of here in that 7 to 8 a.m. time period. And then we're looking at just mostly cloudy skies, a rather cool day, temperatures staying in the 40s. Then it gets interesting later. We're waiting on a front to come on through, and this has some stuff to it. We can see with the future radar, the hour by hour, in that 3 to 4 p.m. time frame, you see the reds and the oranges. There may be some rumbles of thunder. There's definitely going to be some gusty winds embedded in these showers, so definitely heads up at that point. This comes also through pretty quickly by 7, 8 p.m., and skies are actually going to clear, so not a bad evening. 47 degrees today, and then down to 36 tonight. The winds will pick up, so it will be chilly tomorrow, but dry. In fact, the morning commute, just fine. And then there's this mess that's also coming our way by tomorrow evening. Unfortunately, for the evening drive. And yes, we could start as some snowflakes from the city, White Plains, American ice slip. This comes through pretty quickly. It is this next wave that sets up overnight Thursday into Thursday morning, where you see that pink. So from Sussex and White Plains northward, I-84, a couple of hours of maybe some sleet and freezing rain. Definitely tricky travel conditions heading into Thursday morning. So that's happening right now, and we've got some rain, a chilly rain, with temperatures in the 40s from Newark to the city, Merrick as well. North of here, where temperatures are closer, just above freezing, we're still getting some snowfall, and just enough to make it messy and also reducing visibility a bit. So while we don't have any advisories in place, kind of gives you an idea of the amounts we're talking about. It certainly is going to give you a pause this morning, make you slow down a little bit, hopefully give yourself lots of time this morning. By midday, a little break, mostly cloudy, temperatures just in the 40s still, and then by the afternoon, the line comes through with the front, so some showers again, maybe a rumble of thunder, I know, wild, and then clearing out for the evening, drying skies and temps staying in the 40s. All right, so let's get it over to Adele, because those roads are messy this morning.
Yes, it's a sloppy commute, so we are definitely.
I wish I could, make it a little bit nicer, but the weather's pretty rough, so I want to get you ready for it. We head over to Lafayette, New Jersey, where we've got the cloudy skies with some of this weather moving through. Another round heading into this afternoon, temperatures in the 40s, but maybe a rumble of thunder. And I'm tracking some potential freezing rain and ice accumulations too. I'll show you who could end up with that coming up in that 10-day forecast. Days. In fact, we are looking at record highs across the southeast. Orlando making a run at maybe a heat wave where they're getting close to 90 or exceeding 90 degrees for a couple days in a row this week. So you can see all the colors, and we are definitely on the cooler side, and that's why we're seeing a little bit of everything, and certainly the case of this morning. Snowfall, though, has been light, and it's beginning to wind down, so that might be some good news for you if you're about ready to head out from Orange County, Putnam County, northern Westchester County into Fairfield County, where we're seeing some of the darker shades of blue. And it heads up, the visibility's down, and that may be a little bit more of a robust snow shower there, and certainly making roadways wet. It's a chilly rain, though, from Bridgewater to the city, Middletown over to Islip. And again, that's going to continue just for the next hour or so. 40 degrees now at Central Park, so it is a chilly rain. After this moves through, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies through the rest of the day. But by this afternoon, we get another push of some rainfall up to the mid-40s, but this is coming with a cold front, so there's a little extra oomph to it, and there may be some thunder with it, especially across western New Jersey. So don't be surprised in that, say, 2 to 6 p.m. time period to get a quick burst of rainfall and gusty winds, and again, maybe a rumble of thunder. And then it's out of here, and we have clear skies down to 36. It will be breezy, and it's going to be chilly start to the day tomorrow. And then it gets interesting again by tomorrow evening. This is definitely a big heads up because it's going to coincide with evening drives. We could see a period of snowfall, yes, in through the city, the Hudson Valley, Long Island. But what's going to be tricky is what sets up overnight into early Thursday morning. You see this pink from northern New Jersey, Hudson Valley into Connecticut. It's a few hours of some freezing rain, so enough for a glaze that's going to make evening to travel tomorrow and Thursday morning with maybe some of that slushy accumulation on the wet roadways. Other than that, this is beginning to move out. So we're talking another hour or two for most of us, and those showers will turn to just cloudy skies as we head into the midday. And then be prepared, though, for the afternoon. Another round, maybe even a rumble of thunder coming as we head into the after lunchtime frame and into the early evening drive. And then again, we get to clear out and temperatures will drop. All right, so it is not going to be an easy go on the roads. It's just really a little bit of everything out there, Adele.
Yeah, definitely.
The next several days, it's going to be quite the weather ride here. And you can see just looking at the radar and satellite picture, there's a lot going on. You see the blue? Those are the snow showers beginning to exit parts of the Hudson Valley. So that's a good thing. Just checking out some of the cams. Looks like you got a little slushy accumulation on the roads and the grass. Also coming down basically north of I-95. Bridgeport, you may be seeing a little bit of everything there. Danbury too, Yorktown as well. But then you get toward the Governor Mario Cuomo Bridge, and we've got some chilly rain. And that's what we have in the city, Long Island, Central and South Jersey for now. But it is going to be maybe another hour or two, and this should all be out of here. 38 chilly degrees with that rain coming down. The winds are light for now. It's the next few hours again. We'll start to dry out a bit and stay with the cloudy skies. And temperatures only staying in the mid 40s today. And then again for the afternoon, another round of showers. This coming with the front that's coming on by. You can see it clears us out, but what's interesting about this front is that there's a little something to it. We may get a rumble of thunder, especially as the Storm Prediction Center has kind of outlined here, maybe some gusty winds there too, especially through western New Jersey. Time frame being in that 2 to say 5 p.m. time frame. Now tomorrow, got to get you ahead of this too, because this is going to be impactful and quite messy from Wednesday evening through early on Thursday. We're talking about some accumulating sleet and freezing rain. Unfortunately, Pike, Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess County is kind of the zone where we think the icing might be most problematic. Tough travel, slick, a little bit of a glaze, that kind of thing. A chilly rain as we get into Thursday. So kind of timing it out, you see, yes, there may be a brief period of snow through the city. This moves to the north, and then you get that pink. That's that freezing rain to set up overnight Thursday into those spots before that is out during the day on Thursday. Everything clears out. Lands where we're seeing some of the snowflakes still through parts of the Hudson Valley. Still watching some of the cameras in Orange County with some streaks flying by, so you're still seeing some flakes come on by. Putnam County, northern Westchester County, Fairfield County too, especially north of I-95 at this point. Bridgeport 39 degrees. It's a chilly rain though in the city. Merrick and Islip all into the upper 30s right now. So as you look at Newark here, you have the glossy tarmac, so could be some slow travel at least early on, because by about 8, 9 a.m. all of this is through the entire area. We get a quick reprieve, and then you can see by the afternoon more showers coming on by. That is going to take us through the early evening commute. Do not be surprised to hear maybe a rumble of thunder. This is a front. It's got a little extra juice to it, so we're looking at some gusty winds too. And then behind this, it's another quick break. Clearing skies and temperatures tumbling into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. And with those gusty winds, we'll have wind chills back in the picture tomorrow, feeling like the 20s before another wintry mess kind of gets itself together for tomorrow. So we'll have more on that in a second. It's messy out there right now, Adele, and that is definitely not going to make it easy for everyone who's heading out in, say, the next couple of hours.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough go right now, and I'm already seeing those accidents.
With regard to the weather, Maria.
Yes, we have some chilly rain coming through right now in the city, and looking at EarthCam, you can see the raindrops. Have some snowflakes out there too, tracking that. But this is good gear. This is a very good suggestion by Ellie Mae, and I can't handle it. It's so precious. 43 degrees by 11 a.m. and cloudy skies, I know, but she should keep the gear for later because we do have more rain today, and of course that messy midweek mix coming our way too. I'll break it all down for you coming up.
Maria.
And tomorrow, Fat Tuesday, tomorrow, Ash Wednesday, I apologize. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of a mess. So I want to kind of give a special heads up about that, especially as we get into the afternoon and evening. And we're looking at some sleet and freezing rain, and especially for Pike, Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess counties, so north of the city, where that sleet and ice accumulation could be a glaze and make travel pretty tricky. Otherwise, it's a chilly rain that we expect to taper off as we get into the day on Thursday. We're seeing the rainfall now. We've got a bit of a mess of our own this morning, 38 degrees as you look at the Bronx right now and the glistening streets. It's raining from Hempstead all the way through Brookhaven and the Hamptons, but also to the north where we're still seeing some snowflakes. So from Putnam County into Fairfield County, Stamford up toward Bridgeport and inland, Danbury and Monroe, you're seeing some snowflakes. This is all pushing out of here, so eventually we'll just end up with cloudy skies for the midday. Temperatures, though, holding into the 40s. It's a quick break because by this afternoon, this front's coming through, and yes, you're seeing that correct. We could get a rumble of thunder as that happens. Time frame for that is going to be in that 2 to about 6 p.m. Period where you get the brief rainfall and the gusty winds. And then tonight we clear out, and guess what? It's another quick break down to 36 degrees, and here's that mess for Ash Wednesday coming in. Again, really affecting the late afternoon evening drive. Could be a quick little period of snow for the city, but also through the Hudson Valley in Connecticut, Long Island. That's sort of wave one, and then we see that next part develop late into Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. It's this pink zone right here. That's a few hours of some freezing rain that could get us the glaze. Otherwise, again, a chilly rain begins to taper off. And if you're making plans for the weekend, this whole system pulls away. Friday's dry, but it's blustery and quite chilly for Saturday. We're talking about temperatures staying in the squares, still looking bright. So you've got that. 38 now at Central Park, Newark at 39. Still raining from American Islip into the 30s. You can see just about everywhere above freezing. So even where we're picking up some of that snowfall, it's mainly just wet roadways and maybe that slushy accumulation on the grass and those roads. But you can see from Stamford to Bridgeport, Newtown to Yorktown, some of those snowflakes eventually beginning to wrap up in the next hour or so. And then it's just cloudy and cool. Temperatures staying into the low to mid 40s. It is by the afternoon in that 2 to say 6 p.m. time frame. A line of showers coming through with a front could actually also touch off maybe a thunderstorm with some gusty winds. So keep that in mind. We clear out though for the evening, temperatures staying brisk with some breezy conditions into the 40s. All right, so it is definitely making things less than ideal, to say the least. Adele, what's going on?
Yeah, it's definitely complicated getting around right now. So weather.
And things are getting a little bit easier as far as this morning's weather. Some of that rainfall beginning to move out from Passaic, Hoboken. Still some snow showers from Westport, Hauppauge. You may even see some snowflakes mixed in. And then again by this afternoon, another round. But it's a real mess tomorrow that's got everything. The sleet, the freezing rain, and some snow. I'll break down the impacts and timing coming up in the 10-day. Now, for most of us, it's a chilly, rainy mess, but I'll show you where we still have some snow falling. But yeah, painting the picture, as Adele has been going along with the story as well, it's not fun to be outside, and you want to give yourself lots of extra time. She's got you covered. Show you where all the real slowdowns are. We've got 38 degrees now at Central Park, a northeast wind, so all in all, not very pleasant to be outside. We've got 38 in Hempstead and Shirley with rainfall, but it is still above freezing, even in spots where we're seeing some of the snowfall. So what's happening is just a lot of wet roadways, maybe that slushy accumulation on the grass, but it's beginning to wrap up already through the Hudson Valley, slowly but surely through Fairfield County too. It's still in Monroe and Danbury, Stamford too. You may see another hour or so of some of this light snowfall, but again, the trend is for this to move out. So this is sort of part one of our day today. Once this does leave us, we've got the clouds sticking around and temperatures only into the low to mid 40s today, and then by the afternoon you see another round of rainfall. This is going to be pretty interesting. This is coming with the front, and there's enough there that you may actually get a rumble of thunder, especially across western New Jersey as the line crosses the Delaware River. So don't be surprised with that. But also gusty winds that could come along with it. And that, again, is for the afternoon. So in that 2 to say 6 p.m. time period. And then tomorrow's a whole other mess on its own, really starting by the afternoon. Our big concern here will be that accumulating sleet and freezing rain. Pike, Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess counties, you're kind of in that zone of highest concern where there should be enough that there's a glaze, and that's always tricky for that first step out the door, some of the road conditions. Otherwise, it is a chilly rain that begins to taper off early on Thursday. So it starts with even maybe a little burst of snow tomorrow evening. That's sort of wave one. And then it develops as we head into the overnight early Thursday. We can see all those temperatures into the 30s. It is a chilly rain for most of us. It's wrap up in other spots. So from New Jersey through most of the Hudson Valley, this round has pretty much wrapped up. We've got 36 in White Plains, 38 at Central Park, 36 in Islip, and Bridgeport now at 35. So even above, above freezing temperatures, we are seeing some of that snowfall still through Fairfield County. Definitely enough for a slushy accumulation and on the grass surfaces too. But again, it's making the morning commute pretty difficult. Adele's got you covered. Now, as far as the weather forecast goes, we're done with this batch. We get cloudy skies through the afternoon and then another round this afternoon into the early evening. This could actually have a thunderstorm embedded in there and some gusty winds. So keep that in mind if you have plans to be out and about later today. And then this evening, clearing skies, and we get to reset for tomorrow's mess. So let's get everyone through this morning's mess because, Adele, it has been tough. A tough go everywhere, just about.
Yeah, it's really rough right now. It's not a great